Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we're not in our normal area over here. We're not in the synthoid layer. We're not anywhere. You don't see any of the cool stuff. You don't see the background. You don't see any of the things that you normally see. And there's a perfectly good reason, in case you couldn't tell. It's right here. The box that we have in front of us, ladies and gentlemen. Galactus has arrived. Now, you know, I definitely forgot that this thing was even coming. I mean, how long ago did we have to pre-order it? Like last summer? Something along them lines? But guess what? Surprise, surprise, it showed up on my doorstep just the other day. And, you know, I was kind of busy. I have things going on. You know, I wasn't able to bring it down here into the basement for at least a day or two. Then the cat fell in love with the box. It was a whole thing. So now that you see the box in all its glory, you see it in all of its bigness, you know? Well, let's see. Do we have anything around here? Anything in my peripheral vision to put up next to? Oh, here we go. Well, obviously, you can see it's on a washer and a dryer. We're in my basement. So, just as a size comparison, we have a normal, standard paper towel roll, ladies and gentlemen. Paper and towel roll. Right there, you can see this is a monster of a box. I cannot wait to crack this bad boy open. So now, what we're going to do, here's the plan of attack. I'm going to take you guys over to our normal synthoid lair, over to where the magic happens, where the unboxing comes forth, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the process, the steps that I got to take in order to get this bad boy out. All right, let's start cracking it open and see what Galactus has to bring us. Alright, as you can tell, not in the synthoid layer yet. We're still in the laundry room. And let me tell you, inside that big box, there was another big box. And inside of that big box was this beautiful box. As we can see here, look at the artwork on this box full Galactus. I mean, this thing is just massive. This thing is beautiful. This thing is really cool. I'm really digging it. I'm really liking it. I just wanted to show you guys. Here's what the box looks like. And just so you can see, I told you he was falling in love. He loves the box. He's all about it. Don't mind the dirty floor. All right? It is a laundry room. He's going to try and get in that box one way or another. But now we're going to take Galactus. Now that you see the box, you see it in all its glory. It doesn't have any flaps or anything like that to open to show you. The only thing we can do next is to actually open it up, take the things out. So let's see how they got them packaged in here. Whew, I'm telling you, unboxing this thing is a task in and of itself. I mean, luckily, on the upper side, up top there in the styrofoam, they give you like a little handle cut out so you can just pull it right out of the Galactus box. But man, it's like a Galactus onion. You know, it's hard to explain. There's so many layers. I think we're in the home stretch now, though, because as you can see, it's just the styrofoam with a plastic covering over top. So let me get you off of the tripod here. And let's just zoom in. You know, let's just take a little, excuse the movement. But let's just go take a little look-see up close. Now, first and foremost, before we get to Galactus, you can see we got other figures here. You know, these were the ones that got unlocked after X amount of dollars were made. All the accessories. We got the Silver Surfer right up here. He got all them hands and all these, you know, magical little things. Of course, up here, you got the surfboard. I'm a little vertically challenged, so I gotta reach up. Here we can see the horn thingies. that are going to go onto our Galactus. Here he is. We got Galactus's face. Excuse the light. It'll look better when we get him over into our normal area, but here you can see he got a skull. Of course, he's got more of a stoic look on his face. You got the Dr. Doom. And I mean, look at this thing. It's massive. I mean, it really is like a child. It's like having an infant. It's so huge. It's so big. It's hard to just get it all in one shot. So now that you guys see it, here we go. We're going to take him over. I promise this is it. We're going to take him over to the Synthoid layer. I'm going to do like we normally do. I'm going to get all this stuff out and about. And we'll break it down piece by piece and show you what exactly you get when you get the Galactus figure here. All right, let's go check him out. All right, now as you can see, we don't have the normal setup. We don't have the, the space-looking theme, but that's okay. I'm actually in the process. I want to kind of, this is just obviously, as you can tell, kind of like a foam board, like a lot of people use when they do the figure dioramas and pictures and stuff like that. I actually want to turn this into a nice background, but I've been busy. That's another reason I haven't posted a video of an unboxing in about a month, and I'm going to be honest with you, I got a lot of stuff. I just haven't unboxed a lot of pre-orders. Wow! The phone board just comes crashing down right in front of you. We'll leave that in there because, I was scared for a second. I didn't know what the hell was going on. But, yeah, I've been busy. And I'll be honest, me and my wife were having a baby coming. So, been busy doing that. Been getting ready for the children to come into the picture. Been building, strollers and pack and plays and cribs and stuff like that. Haven't been unboxing figures. Had priorities, my friends, priorities. But now let's get into the meat of the matter. Let's start talking about what you get in this Galactus packaging. All right. Now, as we know, there was enough orders. We got some spare figures. You saw them just a few moments ago when we had Galactus up there. So let's look at those first, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not 100%, I don't know all of Galactus's heralds and whatnot. I'm familiar with the Silver Surfer. I'm assuming this is that Morg guy, Marvel's Morg, or something like that. Whatever his name is, however you pronounce it. Now, this guy looks pretty cool. I'm not going to lie, I like him. Drop the Silver Surfer there. I like him. He's got a cool looking texture. He's got like a rocky kind of texture to him, almost like he's made out of a magma or like a stone. He's got these cool armor pieces. The cat is in the boxes. I'm sorry if you can hear him in the background. But he's got these cool leg armor things, these dealies. He's got like a male pattern baldness thing going on. He is a nice, thick, chunky figure, which I always like those hefty figures, and he comes with a cool accessory, comes with a battle axe. You can never have too many axes, as I like to say. I don't think I've ever said that once in my life, but you know what, it fits here. So he comes with this cool battle axe. He looks pretty menacing, looks like he's going to do some damage, looks like he could guide Galactus to a world to be devoured, you know what I'm saying? So we'll put him over here. He's looking pretty cool, he's looking pretty neat. And then, of course, we got this one, and I'm assuming, judging by the box, as I said, I'm not going to lie, I'm not 100%. I guess this is that Frankie Ray character. I'm assuming that's who she is. I'm really digging the fire hair that she has. It looks really cool. It has a really nice effect. Looks like it's, on a blaze, if you will. She comes with her little accessories. Let me show you what hers are. Let's see if she'll stand here. That's the only thing I see. She's real one side heavy here with that hair. As you would assume. Let's get this camera down here. There we go. We'll just lay her down because the hair's going to make her do that anyway. Might as well, why fight what the figure's trying to do, right? So she comes with, firstly, this fire thing. I guess You can make it look like she's rising up out of the ashes, make it look like she's, you know, flying with some flames coming out from behind her. However you want to try and do this thing, it does not look like this thing comes apart. It almost looks like it would, but I think that's how they put it together. Yeah, it looks like it's glued or something along them lines. But it stands there pretty nice, has a nice little effect to it. I do like it though. It looks pretty cool. I can think of a lot of uses for this in my photography hobby and stuff like that. Putting this in the background, having it do its thing of looking like it's supposed to, like it's supposed to, something's supposed to be on flames. You know what I'm saying? So now the other thing that she comes with are some hands. Now you know I'm always a stickler for the hands. I like the hands, because then you can make your characters do whatever you want. So we got like a left-handed gripping hand here. We got a right-handed gripping hand right here. As you can see, right-handed. Yep. And then, of course, you got your left and your right fisticuffs. You know, in case she needs to do a work over on somebody. You know, get somebody into the right way of thinking. Persuade them, if you will. And of course, the hands that come on her stock are like these, you know, I don't know, what kind of position would you call that? I'm not 100% sure. Like a come hither hand, or like a magical kind of hand, like she's doing a thing. And then on the left hand here, you got just a regular open, like stop in the name of love kind of hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, so she's pretty cool though. I like it. I like the overall figure. I like the flame effects that she has going on. I like the hands. And then that leaves us down to our final extra figure that you get with the Galactus, you know, figure, playset, whatever you want to call this thing. And of course, that is everybody's go-to, everybody's standby, the one everybody knows, the Silver Surfer himself. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, in all his silvery goodness. Here he is. So we'll just let him stand here. So now, if he wants to, yep, there he is. Okay, now I have some hands here that I did drop. I think I got them there. Yep. Okay, so he comes with a couple hands. He comes with a couple hands here. So we'll see on his stock hands, he's got two fists. That's what comes out of the box, you know, if he got to tear somebody up, if Galactus is getting a little too, whatever, you know, bam. You know, like, you want one, Galactus, and that's what he'll do. And then on the other side of things, we have a left and a right karate chop hand, you know, karate chopping, and or if you want to put him on him, make it look like he's surfing out of nowhere, you know, doing this thing, cutting through space and time and whatnot. So we got those two hands. And then over here, we have a left-handed open hand like this. You know, almost like he's grabbing a basketball. Maybe you could, you know, put it on someone's head, push them off, you know, kind of like when a little kid comes and they're trying to swing at you. You know, let me at him, and just hold him at arm's length kind of deal. And of course, you get his surfboard. He can't exactly be the Silver Surfer without a surfboard now, can he? No, he needs a surfboard. He looks like he's on the set of Point Break right now, you know? Like, where's Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze? Where's he at? You know, he's like, you know, no, and just shooting into the air, you know? He looks like he's on the set of Point Break. But yeah, so he's got his silver surfboard. He's got all these extra hand dealies. And he does come with some other stuff. He comes with a couple other things, kind of like how the girl, the Frankie Ray, comes with. She comes with the fire stuff. Well, he comes with this thing. It's like a little magical dealie. Obviously, we've seen this with like things like Doctor Strange and things like that. You know, you can put it on the hand, make it look like his punch is coming out of nowhere, coming from another dimension, coming from an outer space planet near you. You know what I'm saying? It's coming from nowhere. And then, of course, we got this thing. Now, this thing is pretty interesting. It looks as though the surfboard, if I'm not mistaken, would fit right in here. Or maybe I am mistaken. I mean, you see how it's got like the little cuff thingies? Unless I'm going about it the wrong way. I don't want to force it and break it. I don't know. You would think it would slide. Right? You would think it would do something along this. There we are. See? I'm smarter than the average bear. I'm smarter than the average YouTuber here, figure tuber, however you want to pronounce that. So yeah, so now he's surfing, you know? Now he's on his thing. Now he's on his way. He's doing his thing. And this thing does have articulation in it. So if you want it to look like he's surfing up, he's surfing up. You want it to look like he's surfing a little straight, he's surfing straight. Going off to the side, you know, doing all his things. Doing all his silver surfery things, his surfery goodness, if you will. So these are all your accessories. These are all your spare things, if you will. You know, the things that you didn't expect to get, but they came anyway. The things that, you know, you didn't necessarily pay for. You know, we all bought Galactus, and then enough people were like, hey, we bought Galactus, and they gave us more stuff. They gave us some extra things. And I'm always about that. I'm always about getting extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? So now, we come down to the main event, ladies and gentlemen. We come down to Galactus himself. So let me get this stuff cleaned up. Let me take a step back. Get Galactus out of his, well, we already got him out of his cardboard prison. Or his cardboard coffin, my bad. We've already freed him from his cardboard prison. So now, he's in styrofoam. What would that be? Free him from his styrofoam state, you know? So let me clean this up. Let me get Galactus out here and let us dive in. All right. As you can tell, he's not gonna... I'm sorry, I was pulling my chair in. As you can tell, he's not gonna fit. He's not gonna fit in the Synthoid Supreme layer. I'm gonna have to, when it comes time to actually look at Galactus, I'm gonna have to take him back over to the laundry room. Yeah, I know. The cat's agreeing. So before we actually do that, let's since I got everything out over here, let's go into the accessories, take a look at what comes with it. Let's look, you know, I'll do the most impressive one first, since we've got it here. As you can see, we have the Dr. Doom head. Now, this thing is pretty cool. Everything is done up here. You have this Dr. Doom head in his hood. Now, as you can see in the bottom, you can see how it's going to go in there. You can see how it's going to clip in. The head does look to be almost like it's a separate piece from the hood, but this cat, I swear. But he's actually in here. That's all one thing. It's all one solid piece. I mean, the head is in there loose, but in the back, it's connected. It's connected to the hood. So you can see the head moves separately from the hood, but it does not come out. It does not come out. That's all good. That's fine and dandy. It has a nice texture on it. I hope you can see that and tell from the lighting. As you can see, the eyes, they look pretty cool. They look pretty menacingly. You know, they look pretty snazzy, if I do say so myself. So that is the Dr. Doom head. Now, if we can pan up here, you can see that Dr. Doom, that is an intimidating figure, if I do say so myself. That thing does look pretty cool. Does look pretty weird staring down at me as I review his pieces, his bits and bobs. So now in that head that's currently on Galactus, we of course have his horns. We have his things that go on his helmet. You know, I don't know if they're necessarily horns or wings or, you know, whatever they're supposed to be. They go in his helmet, so we will put them on when we take him over there. And then the last things you get for the stock Galactus helmet is you get a couple of varying faces. I don't want to come out and say face because let me just lift this camera up instead of trying to angle it. As you can see here, he has like a stoic, normal looking face. He just has a plain Jane looking face. Nothing too exciting there. But then we also get a angry one. So you can pop that out and put the angry looking face in there, as it looks like the teeth are a separate part than the actual face. But they are in there, trust me, they aren't coming out, and I'm not going to try, not going to attempt. But then we also get, I think this one's pretty cool, especially with Halloween coming up. You get, whoa, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just lay him down. We'll just lay him down. Let the chips fall where they may. What was I saying? Yeah, with Halloween coming up, you got this cool skeletal face, you know? The skeleton-y looking thing. So now, let's go over, let's take Galactus back over somewhere where he has some room to move, to stand, to be free, and let's just take a look at him, you know? Let me see if we can get a better angle on this. I know this video is all over the place, and I apologize for that, but hopefully you can laugh at the misfortune. Hopefully you can laugh at the absolute cluster that we have going on here. So now let me take him back over to the big area and examine him a little further. All right, there he is. I'm not even going to lie. This thing took longer than I would like to admit to find out where the batteries go, to find out how to get him to stay somewhat in a decent position. This thing is so huge. I mean, it's a double-edged sword with this Galactus figure, okay? Because the benefit of it is how huge it is. It's massive. It's menacing. It looks like it could actually eat no other action figures. The con of this thing is it's massive. You can hardly move it. You can hardly get it into a decent position. I tried to get him to stand. Unless I'm missing something, Galactus will do what he wants to do, you know? So, if anybody's watching this that has this figure and you don't know where to put the batteries, I'm going to show you, okay? Let me unmount you from the foot. Look, like I said, I got him sitting. You know, the secret's out. I got, the synthoid layer is a freezer that I put stuff on, and it's a nice flat surface, and it's level with my chair when I sit at it, you know, so peek behind the curtain here, the synthoid layer is a freezer. But, let me show you something here. I got him sitting on the freezer like a child, like a toddler, because that's the only way I could think. Yeah, y'all wanted a toy room tour? Here you go. In the basement. Got Harbor Freight shelves full of action figures. Yeah, real organized. You know, anyway, so, excuse me. This video is the bane of my existence at the moment. As you can see, he's lit up. I don't know how to turn it off. The only thing I'm going to be able to do is remove the batteries, which, I mean, you really should do anyway. You don't want batteries leaking when you don't use the, if you ain't going to have this figure all the time using it, kill the batteries, you don't want the batteries to leak. It does come with a handy-dandy instruction manual, and you would think, oh yeah, that's simple enough. That's pretty cool. Like, the first one, I was like, oh, well, that's obviously on the back of his head. That seems simple enough. Let's turn him around. You know, let's see where that battery compartment is. On the back of his head. Oh, yeah. There ain't nothing here. There ain't nothing here for any battery things. You know what I found out? Let me show you. He's going to fall. Look at this. This thing pops right off. There's where the batteries go. That took me a solid, 2 minutes. I was like, how does this armor come off? How does this armor move? Like, it's permanently attached to him. I'm like holding a child. Forgive me, Galactus, for being so fresh. But, it's the only way to get you around here. And he fell. It sounded like a kid. So that takes care of that battery compartment. I guess it's on a timer. It went out itself. You can see I did nothing. The lights went out themselves. That only powers the back here, and you saw the light on the back. That's what the batteries do here. So now you got a secondary battery compartment up here for the head. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that's his hand. And that's a hand over there underneath this gray thing. And it looks like his hand's put... So that must be the top of his head, right? Okay. I pulled the Galactus over. I said, let's do a little brain surgery. How are we getting in here? I was like, and then I realized. There you go. I'm being honest. It took me longer than it should have. I'm just being honest here. It took me longer than I should have to figure that out. But you know what? In the end, I figured it out. And that's all that matters. So here we have Galactus. All right? And I'm not going to lie. I feel like we're in a compromising position. He's laying here with his feet in the air. And I'm standing in front of him. But it is what it is. We suffer for the toy world, right? So now let's take a look at his movement here. Okay, we'll start up here at the head. Now the head, obviously, it swivels all the way around. He can't really look up. He can kind of look down a little bit. You can see we got here, but his head spins around full to the both sides, like so. There went the back. If you try to spin his head completely around, it pops off. That's how you get that Dr. Doom head on there. So we'll put his head back, load it back on there. Let's get this battery compartment. And there's the Bane box. Didn't throw that out yet. Anyway, so let's move on to his arms. We can move him out. As you can see, got that shoulder articulation. He's got a little bit of a bicep articulation here. He has those hard, clicky joints to try and keep him in position where you want him. He does have a double jointed elbow, as we see here. We got the hand. Yep, the hand bends back and forth. Now this one I find pretty interesting. Look at his fingers here. His fingers are actually pretty good articulation. They even got little... You can make him grab stuff, make him hang 10. Make him do some other obscene things. I can think you can imagine that. But yeah, each of his fingers are individually articulated like a normal human finger. And then you can even make it look like someone busted it. Look at that. So then, obviously he has an ab crunch a little bit because I got him sitting up here like a child. We got the double jointed knee. And I'm trying to do this one-handed because I'm holding the phone because of how huge this thing is. But, clicky, double jointed knee. Then we got the foot. As you can see, the foot does articulate as well. So it's like a Marvel Legends, only huge, only big. Now, let's move on to the little face swap thingies here. Pretty easy. You just pinch his nose. Turn his head on accidentally when you do that. But you give it a little shimmy and a little shake. It's just friction fitted in there. You see? It's hard to do one-handed. There we go. We got it. So as you can see, ooh, that's pretty freaky looking. It's just friction fitted in there. You can just take another mouth, slide it in, pop it into place. Now he's all angry. Now he's all ticked off. Yeah, there he is. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's Galactus for you. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to try and find a spot for him. And I'll see you guys later. What do you got a thing to say, Galactus? Yeah, make sure you like. Make sure you comment. Make sure you subscribe. Especially with all the trouble I went through with you. Yeah, I hear you. I agree wholeheartedly. With that being said, I'll let you guys go. Have a good one.